Every year, about 6 million animals are brought into shelters nationwide, and some of those animals come to the Burlington Animal Shelter, where overcrowding is one of its biggest problems. 30 Minutes found a program that may be the answer to the shelter's cries for help, and it doesn't cost the taxpayers a single penny. A solution that changes lives, one dog at a time. It's a perfect day for a walk in the park, and this afternoon, that's exactly what Alfred, Bobbitt, and Remy are doing.
Hey, Hill, come on.
But what you don't know is that this walk in the park is a far cry from where Bobbitt and Remy typically train, just 5 minutes down the road, behind a barbed wire fence.
No playing right now. Come here.
Bobbitt is serving 35 to 42 months at the Forsyth Correctional Center for trafficking cocaine. Bobbitt is a part of new Leash On Life, a North Carolina Department of Corrections program that pairs inmates with dogs that were once behind bars themselves. Go through what that first day is like meeting the dogs for the first time.
Pretty much we do a lot of bonding. One, to get the dog to be able to trust me, which actually happens over a week or two basis. You know, it doesn't happen off gate. We do a lot of walking, playing, treating, you know, let them know this is where the treat's at, this is where the fun at. Just let them know that he can trust me.
Trust, something Remy didn't know before this program. The Forsyth Humane Society rescued Remy from an overcrowded shelter that euthanizes unadoptable dogs. From there, Remy joined the new Leash On Life program where he was paired with Bobbitt.
Remy was a special case, actually. He likes to hug. Remy loves a lot of affection.
I got
and he's
that.
kind of shut down. So he would always come up on me, and I would just hold him sometime, you know what I'm saying? Just let him know, hey, I got you, we're gonna be all right. So the trust came from a lot of affection.
The dogs learned to trust their handlers.
Yeah.
But that's not all they learn. During our visit to the prison, we got to watch them practice for the family dog evaluation, their final test before they can graduate from the program. After only 4 weeks, these dogs have learned all the normal dog tricks and one that may not be so normal. Listen. It's pretty quiet. These dogs are being prepared for life with a family, which means learning manners like not barking. The inmates work with the dogs 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, making sure they're the perfect candidate for adoption. This program, you've not only made friends with the dogs, you've made friends with other prisoners too.
Yes.
What is that kind of like? What is your chemistry with the guys?
It's great, actually, because it's almost like becoming a family. Because, if you notice, you hear us say your daddy or your daddy this, your daddy, it's becoming a family. It's like we're brothers in here, and those are our kids. So we take care of, if one of the brothers are not home, the nephew or the niece is in good hands because the uncle is here.
Randy Scott is one of those uncles. On August 26, 1988, Scott was sent to prison for murder in the first degree. But today, Scott says he's a different man.
Heel, let's go. Heel.
In North Carolina, the punishment for first-degree murder is either the death penalty or, in Scott's case, life in prison. His dog Marie was found abandoned on the side of the road as a puppy, and just like her trainer, this program gave her that second chance at life. That second chance doesn't come around too often, but it's something the dogs here at the Burlington shelter need. Last year, the shelter took in almost 8,000 animals. Nearly 70% were put down.
We always have far more animals than we should have.
What is that, when it comes to the decision, what do we do with the animal after they've been here the maximum time that they can?
When time's up.
When time's up, what is that? What's that process? How do you make that decision for who?
Well, first of all, it's not an easy decision. It's not something that we make very lightly.
Burlington Animal Services Outreach Coordinator Laura Michael says the decision between life and death is based on medical condition and behavior. And for some dogs, manners aren't their strongest suit. What do you do with those dogs?
It depends on how it's coming to us. Will depend on what happens to it. Sometimes, it just doesn't work out, and we're not going to take the risk of being responsible for something happening that we know about and we can prevent, certainly. You know, if we feel like it's just not a good candidate, then we do have to euthanize it.
One of the reasons a dog in the shelter could be put down is because of aggression. Danny Raleigh was put behind bars for the same reason. Raleigh's aggression led to his arrest 8 years ago. He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and drug and alcohol-related charges.
In the beginning, I was, streetwise, I was a rough person. I grew up rough, I put it like that. I was a boxer, I used to fight, so it was in me, go with that first. I can take a dog, if it's aggressive, I can calm it down. That's me. I was aggressive. If I only knew then, now, what I know now then, I probably wouldn't even be here. But, life dealt me this hand, I had to deal with it. So the program itself has shown me how to care.
Do you have a dog that's been your favorite?
Good. Oh, man. Yeah.
You've had so many.
I've had so many, and all of them are so special. Everyone at that time is my baby, and I treat them like they're my baby.
And it really is kind of like having an actual baby, because
It is like it's like having a kid that you raised, and now you're sending it off. It's going home or to school now after what you've done for it, and it makes you feel good.
New Leash on Life provides the chance for an escape from the gates of an overcrowded shelter or from the walls of a prison cell.
will you take what you've learned here into your life outside of here?
Yeah. I don't see myself ever forgetting this. I know what I've learned here, I'm going to need out there. Patience, understanding. It's giving me a calmness that I've never had. And I'm going to need that out there in that world when I do get out.
And it helps you not only in relationships with animals, but with people too.
With people also. I've learned to accept people for who they are and hope they accept me for who I am. I know I've made mistakes. Give me a chance to do something, good, to do something right. That's all I'm asking is a chance.